Raising basic income, a path towards economic stability and social equity. Imagine working full time, 40 hours a week, and still not being able to afford rent, groceries, or a doctor's visit. For millions of Americans, this isn't a hypothetical situation, it's their daily reality. People are doing everything society has asked of them, getting jobs, working hard, showing up every day, and yet they still struggle just to survive. This is not just an individual problem. It is a systematic issue rooted in low wages and rising costs of living, and one of the most effective ways to address it is by raising basic income. Whether through high minimum wages or policies like universal basic income, increasing basic income is necessary because it reduces poverty, stimulates economic growth, and improves overall societal well-being. First, let's take a look at the problem. Economic inequality and insufficient wages continue to create serious challenges for millions of Americans. Many workers today earn wages that simply do not match the cost of living. According to the Economic Policy Institute, millions of workers are paid below a living wage, meaning they cannot consistently afford basic necessities like housing, food, and health care. At the same time, income inequality continues to grow. A small percentage of the population holds a disproportionate amount of wealth, while the average worker struggles to keep up with rising costs. Even more concerning, the U.S. Census Bureau reports that poverty rates remain persistent despite overall economic growth. In other words, the economy may be growing, but not everyone is benefiting from that growth. So what can we do about it? One major solution is raising basic income, which has been shown to significantly reduce poverty. When people earn more money, they are better able to meet their basic needs. It's a simple concept, but it has powerful effects. Increasing income can lift individuals and families above the poverty line and give them a sense of financial security. Research on universal basic income program supports this idea. Studies show that people who receive guaranteed income experience reduced financial stress and improved stability. For example, a report by the Roosevelt Institute found that cash transfer programs can significantly decrease poverty rates. But raising basic income doesn't just help individuals, it also strengthens the entire economy. When low-income individuals receive more money, they tend to spend it on necessities like groceries, transportation, and housing. This spending goes directly back into local businesses and communities. As demand for goods and services increases, businesses grow. And when businesses grow, they hire more workers. This creates a cycle of economic activity that benefits everyone. Research shows that raising wages or providing direct payments can increase GDP and overall economic growth. In fact, income increases for lower-income individuals tend to have a stronger impact on economy than tax cutoffs for the wealthy, because the money is spent rather than saved. So raising basic income is not just a social policy, it's also a smart economic strategy. In addition to economic benefits, raising basic income improves health and social outcomes. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of anxiety, depression, and poor physical health. When people are constantly worried about money, it affects every aspect of their lives. Studies show that when income increases, stress levels decrease, and overall health improves. People are more likely to seek medical care, eat healthier foods, and live more stable lives. There are also broader social benefits. Economic stability can reduce crime by decreasing financial desperation. And perhaps most importantly, children in financially stable households perform better in school and have greater opportunities later in life. In other words, raising basic income doesn't just help individuals, it helps build a stronger and healthier community. Now, some people argue that raising basic income would discourage people from working, but research does not support this claim. Studies from pilot programs show that most people continue working even when they receive additional income. In fact, many use that income to pursue better jobs, education, or training. Others argue that raising basic income would be too expensive. However, funding can be achieved through tax reforms and by reallocating existing government spending. And when you consider the long-term benefits, reduced poverty, improved health, and stronger economic growth, the investment is well worth the price. So while these concerns are worth discussing, the evidence shows that benefits outweigh the drawbacks. In conclusion, economic inequality and low wages continue to affect millions of Americans who are simply trying to get by. Raising basic income is a powerful and practical solution. It reduces poverty, strengthens the economy and improves quality of life for individuals and families. This is not just about money, it's about fairness, opportunity, and dignity. By ensuring that every person can meet their basic needs, we are investing not only in individuals, but in the future strength of our entire society. Because in the end, a stronger economy benefits with stronger people.